Hey guys, it's Tanner Manson from Future Investing, and today I want to talk to you guys about a manufacturer and supplier of automotive vehicles today, Magna International. Now in this video, we're going to cover what this company does, who they work with, and what new contracts they've been taking on, and what's in store for the future of Magna now that we're going into this new EV space. How are they going to take on this new challenge? You guys probably already know, but although I am actually a licensed financial security advisor as my full-time job, none of these stocks or topics that we talk about today are in any way my recommendation. This is merely my opinion, and you can choose to do what you wish with this information. Now do me a favor and hit the like button down below. It really helps out the channel, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Now let's jump into it. Now Magna International is one of the largest suppliers to the automotive industry. Their agility and expertise makes them the perfect partner for autonomy, electrification, and building out the complete vehicle. That's right, there's some companies that work with Magna that only deal with the marketing of the vehicles and the dealerships and all that sort of things. Magna worries about the entirety of the vehicle from start to finish, even in the electric vehicle space. Their operations span over 5 continents in 27 different countries, giving them a global footprint to support every automaker in the entire world. Even in the new EV space, Magna is starting to work with some of the smaller EV makers like Fisker, making their Ocean SUV, even working with some of the other even larger projects in the EV space, like Google's Waymo and even Sony on their future projects that they want to do with the electric vehicles. And they actually even recently announced some partnerships with major companies like LG Electronics to start helping manufacture some parts that they're going to need to switch into this EV world. Things like electric motors, inverters, onboard chargers, and even working on some e-drive systems. Magna is working their hardest to make sure that they don't fall behind in this space. They understand what the future is, just like every other one of these small companies that's starting to come up. And just like I mentioned before with Fisker, for example, Magna is working to help create their advanced driver assist system that they're building for their Ocean SUV. But possibly more exciting than any of the news is the possibility, probability that Apple will be working with Magna to create their new electric car that they had come out, Project Titan. Industry experts believe that this iPhone maker can really break into this market with such companies like Magna's Steer division, giving them all the necessary parts so then Apple only needs to focus on the things that they are experts in, focusing on things like battery technology, possibly autonomy of the vehicle, and just an overall supporting the Apple iOS so then the whole vehicle sort of runs on that same platform. And this is not far-fetched. I mean, Apple has made very similar partnerships in the past. You look at Foxconn, where they sort of took out all the mundane tasks that Apple would have to do, and instead Apple just had to focus on some of the more technical things that actually make Apple what it is today. Magna might possibly be the least risky investment opportunity whenever we're talking about switching into these self-driving electric vehicles. Instead of deploying billions of capital into research and production, the company partners with established manufacturers and signs long-term contracts. Effectively, Magna locks in the cash flow and reoccurring revenues, while manufacturers battle it out in an increasingly competitive sector. Magna will win regardless of the outcome because they work with all the manufacturers. It's more of a bet that the sector wins rather than the actual companies in themselves, which completely lowers the risk. I mean, even with Biden being in office, it's pretty clear EVs are coming for the long term. It's a very similar space to Foxconn, like I had mentioned earlier. It doesn't matter which smartphone wins. If you're partnering with all of them, it's just a matter of, do you think everyone's going to have a smartphone in their pocket in the next coming years? And as you can see, we do. So Magna will let everyone battle it out, and certain companies will rise to the top, but Magna's going to be working with all of them regardless. And Magna's still growing like crazy. They're still looking for another factory here in America, while also looking for new factories abroad, all while still paying a very generous 2% dividend that's actually quite good whenever you consider it's a growth stock and also a value pick. I mean, I've bashed Cathie Wood in the past, but even she has picked up this stock, and you also have value investors picking up this stock. And honestly, with a 52% payout, I'm fine if they lower the dividend if they need to access more capital and be able to grow even more, right? But having that flexibility in their stock is going to do wonders for them long term. Now, just like any other manufacturer or anyone dealing with this EV space, they've had to take on some losses in recent years to switch over to this new sort of electric car market that we're starting to have. But these growing pains are inevitable. Every automaker has to deal with this shift, or else they just lose out in the long run. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, Do you see it as a value pick because, you know, they're working with old manufacturers, they already have the contracts in place and they're going to be working with new ones in the future? Or some growth investors started to be really, really excited because this space is mainly meant for the Teslas and the Apples and the new companies to come in. It's funny how you look at this company, whether you want to look at it at a fundamental side and sort of base it on what are their already existing contracts and how much are they already making, or do you want to look at it as a growth side, look at sort of what sort of discounted cash flows are we looking at and what sort of price is it today that we're going to sort of pick up on this new space? And honestly, both sort of look quite good. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, this video was also featured in my top 3 Wealthsimple picks because it is actually a Canadian company. So if you do own Wealthsimple, you can purchase this stock absolutely free. You'll see it posted right here if you want to go check that out. And once again, guys, if you could, like the video, it absolutely helps me out, and subscribe down below if you want to see more content. But until next time, hope you guys have a great one and stay safe trading. See ya.